Imagine playing stupid games, right? And winning. Playing a stupid game and actually winning the stupid game. What do you suppose you win? When you play a silly game, when you play a stupid game, you will win a silly prize. You will win a stupid prize. Some guy riding down the road sees a rival biker and comes up with an enterprising idea. I know what let's do. Let's kill that guy. That sounds like a very good idea. And what do you get from that very good, not well thought out idea? You get a silly game that returns a silly result. A result silly enough to stick your ass in jail for the rest of your life. And and, and you lose everything you ever worked for. Every contact you ever had, every hope you ever had to walk your grandchildren down the aisle, attend weddings, ride a motorcycle free with your friends, go to picnics. You thought this was you thought it was a good idea. This is Black Dragon recovering from my COVID. I'll have more for you after this. Sorry about that. Had to take that phone call. Whenever the VA calls, you answer because you those lines are crazy and you want to get your medical stuff in, bro. Hey, that's why this whole idea of government medicine, bro, I'm in government medicine. Yeah. There's a lot to be desired. What does she call it? Death committees? Oh, Sarah, you remember her. She wasn't all that wrong. I'm just saying, I don't want to cause no trouble. Recovering from COVID, my voice is not as strong, so forgive me if I use voice tools to help me, especially if I wanted to sing It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood to you guys. I need some voice tools. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? If I was going to do that, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, man, them guys over there, those goobers. I don't. This broke down so hard, man. It broke down so hard. And it makes such an esteemed motorcycle club with a worldwide international reputation. Those club brothers around the world just must be like, man, who let them goobers in? You be wondering, man. You be wondering. You be like, man, why couldn't the New Jersey chapter be choosing bros better over there, man? Hey, I've been there. I've been there and done it. And well, you be trying to keep these standards up in these national and international motorcycle clubs. You be trying to keep the standards up because all you need is some gooberness going on, like happened over here with this chapter over here in UK. Biker club killing Plymouth. 3 men convicted. We've been following this case, and so it is now over. You know, the case where the 2 guys in a car and 1 guy in a truck, the work truck, okay, I'm going to kill somebody in my boss's truck that has a camera on it, a GPS on it, a camera showing me in the UK, which I am told, I've only been to the UK a few times. I was hunting women when I was there. You know, Navy guys, we be hunting women and things. But so I wasn't concentrating on. Plus, I was there. First time was 1987. They might not even had no cameras up then. But I'm told that it is one of the most videotaped, video-ish place in the world. Like, you're going to be on 100 million cameras when you go there. You don't even go there like expecting privacy, like, oh, we're going to get it on over here in the park. Somebody's going to be watching because they've managed to put up cameras in the UK every single place, so for instances like this, so that they can have in Univision, every crime ever committed. They just got it right there. We're not having Islamic terrorists come over here and blow stuff and nobody know where they came from, bro. We watched you walk off the airplane over there. We saw the whole thing. If you know you live in a place like that, because we can't act like they're stupid, because our guys over here know that these things are like loose lips. They sink ships. Our guys know that. And they be doing stuff. They be doing stuff with these things. And I be telling them all the time. So we can't act like criminals should know better. We can't. And forget, my throat is scratchy, man. This COVID has got my throat all scratched up. Which I'd like to digress for a moment to say, I'm so glad I'm still alive. I'm glad I'm still alive. And I can still yell at y'all. Well, maybe I can't yell so much, but glad I'm still here. Hundreds of millions of people have died from this. God has blessed me to still be here. Man, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because I'm not done talking about y'all's ass. I got some more stuff to talk about. Anyway, this man here was killed. For my viewing audience, for my listening audience, here's a picture of David Crawford, who was killed by some guys who decided in the company truck, we're going to run over this guy. We're going to run him off his motorcycle. Now, the president said he actually felt bad for the guy, and he's not the one who did that. We're riding with a guy who just, he went off the rails. We were gonna circle the guy up, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they were just gonna scare him. Actually, they said we weren't trying to do that at all. I don't know what your boy did. He just. But we got some rules here in America. If you're part of a group that does something crazy, somebody gets shot or killed or dies or something, that makes you, part of the whole group. So we'll see. Frost, you're trying to get a reaction out of me. It ain't working, man. It ain't working. So anyway, this guy was killed. Let me bring his picture back up. And the story goes like this. And I should have called it the play stupid games, win stupid prizes story. But 3 biker club members have now finally been convicted. We've been following the trial for killing a member of a rival club, van driver Benjamin Perry, 42 years old. And let me tell you something. To me, at 59, almost 60, a 42-year-old is a child, a young person. I'm glad I didn't die at 42. I got to do so much, bro. Yeah, if I had died at 42, I never even would have met Horny Toad. My very cool ring that I didn't even get until my club brother, Strictly Business, had it commissioned for me about a year ago. I never even would have got to. There are so many things I wouldn't have got to do. Say hi, Horny Toad. Man, I wouldn't have. Man, I wouldn't have even lived long enough to have a grandson or anything, man. So anyway, I don't know. It's a young person that's getting ready to go to jail for a long time. Chad Bradding, 36 years old, and Thomas Pauly, 32 years old. So if 42-year-olds are babies, 32-year-olds are babies. But is that how you end a life? That's how you stop your progress? They were in a nearby car and were working with Perry, who was in his Plymouth Crown Court herd. In his Plymouth Crown Court herd. Plymouth Crown. I think of Plymouth as a car. We're talking about Plymouth, the city. Man, I need to get my reading on. Anyway, they were working with Perry. All 3 defendants had denied murdering Mr. Crawford, but were convicted of his manslaughter. Or at least, I guess it wasn't murder. Perry Bradling and Pauly were all members of the now defunct Plymouth Bandidos Motorbike Club chapter. I guess it's been shut down now. On 12 May, they spotted Mr. Crawford, 59 years old, my age. And I want to ask you young guys something. Man, why you want to beat up a 59-year-old? I meet so many guys that want to beat me up. Like, Dragon, you ain't so tough, I'll stop your ass. You don't see all these beautiful gray whiskers? Like, bro, in my day, you could not stomp my ass. What makes you say that? Because a lot tougher mother effers than you tried, and it never got stomped. But now at 60 with my old bad knees and stuff, Bro, you you could you might could. If I didn't shoot your ass first, I'm damn sure gonna try to shoot you. I'm gonna try my best. How do you feel like a grown man beating up a senior citizen? I do qualify for senior citizen, don't I? Mean, I don't have my AARP card, but I qualify for some of that stuff, don't I? I mean, that's why I stay punching on that bag downstairs. Because these young sons of bitches ain't got no respect. Where I came up in the motorcycle club. If the father cussed me out, I'd lower my head like, man, you don't have to treat me like that, man. I'm a grown man. Shut up. All right, man. You tell one of these kids to shut up today, they're trying to kill you. It's a different time. You got a 42-year-old, 36-year-old, and a 32-year-old gonna run over a 59-year-old man. Somebody said, Black Dragon, I thought you were 60. Because I always say I'm 60, you know, because when you get 59, you'll say you're 60. Because I want that extra year of Zen-like treatment from you all. I want to be treated correctly in my 60ness coming up. Woosah. I mean, and if I can't be treated like that, so that's why I'll, hit the gong every now and then. But I'm just 59 until April, Yeah. They send you that ARP card at 50, bro. I know. They've been sending it to me for a while. And I've been in that denial. But when these kids be talking about whooping my ass, I'd be wanting to pull that card right out. Like, man, I want to pull it out like the cross, like you pull out on a demon. Like, 59. Anyway, they killed this guy. On 12 May, they spotted Mr. Crawford, 59 years old, a member of the Red Chiefs Motorcycle Club. I suppose a rival to the Bandidos there. And they said they wanted to talk to him about wearing his colors on their patch. I'm not that's interesting about wearing his colors on their patch. Okay, so I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, here's pictures of the three guys: Mr. Perry, Mr. Brading, and Mr. Pauly. Here they are, right here. Their mugshots. Mr. Crawford had traveled from Cornwall into Plymouth with other club members that evening, but went off alone to return to his home in Ivy Bridge, Devon. Breaking all the rules, riding alone, that can get you killed. Paul Kevin, KC, told the court Brading and Pauly were in a black Mercedes car, which stopped Mr. Crawford on the St. Boudot slip road before he was hit from behind by Perry's speeding van. They kind of harassed the guy. He pulls up to him. He's looking at him and gets run over from behind. The jury was shown inward and outward dash cam from Perry's works van, they call him. We call him work van. They call him works van, which Mr. Kevin called brutal as it showed the collision and grandfather, Mr. Crawford, being thrown up into the air. Yeah, if you run over me, I'm a grandfather too, and they're going to put it in the papers and you're going to look bad. His body was then trapped under the van before Perry turned off onto the next slip road to Davenport. So they drug this man's body down the road a long time. And here they have somebody's colors. And he was a president. This guy's colors is a president. I don't know why they have that. Is this something that they captured? So they have Bandidos colors from whatever chapter this may be. Oh, this is the Plymouth chapter, now defunct. So you know how they like to put that up. Look what we've won. Mr. Crawford suffered massive injuries and died at the scene despite the efforts of a passing paramedic and other drivers. The court heard the motorist first come across the damaged bike and called the police. The number plate of the van had come off. You leaving the van license plate. Because whenever you commit a crime, it just doesn't go right. Something always happens, like the damn license plate falls off the truck. Who could have counted on that? Or you would have planned for that, right? But anyway, the number plate of the van had come off, and officers went directly to Perry's home address and arrested him less than 2 hours later on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving, man. Hey, man. Those damn police did such amazing detective work right there. This never could have been solved. Oh, boy, let's just make it just as easy as we can for the guys. We'll just leave our license plate. I might as well have dropped your wallet out there, too, with your credit cards and driver's license and all that, because this was so well thought out. It was just brilliant here. And, man, anyway, they picked him up later on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving. And when questioned by the police, he said in a statement, he said this, I guess, do you get it? Do you have the right to speak to a lawyer before you speak to anybody in the UK? Because I'm not understanding why you make any statements at all, especially if you actually killed somebody while you're making statements. But we see what it got you. Here's what your statement got you. The statement was, I only intended to bump the back of his bike. When I realized I had knocked him off the bike, I panicked and drove on, dragging him underneath the vehicle for God only knows how far. So that was his statement, man. I only intended to bump him off his bike. Paulie of Ivy Bridge was the road captain of the Bandidos chapter, and he was later found hiding in the loft of his home. I just don't see that. I don't see you going from very tough guy who takes somebody out on the side of the road to then running to your bike, your car, jumping in and going home and hiding in the loft. Maybe it's because you realized you didn't have a plan. It was at that time he knew he effed up. It was at that time, with the guy's dead body laying on the road, that he knew he effed up. So I'm thinking you've got an egress plan. You got the helicopter set up. You got the stolen car set up to take you out of the city, where you'll get on the helicopter, which takes you to the next county, where you get on the airplane that flies you to the next state, where you have the small boat transfer ready to take you out to the submarine, which you're going to meet out in the middle of the ocean. You're going to put on your frogman suit, swim down 50 feet, go into the escape hatch of the submarine, where the captain welcomes you aboard. 007, you've done an amazing job. They take you out to a trawler, raise up, you crawl out, up onto the trawler, where they take you to your private island, where you now hide out for the next 5 years, sipping martinis, shaken, not stirred, with the baddest chicks in the world to serve you and feed you pomegranate and fan you like a sultan on a magic carpet. Isn't that? Now that's a plan. If I'm going to kill somebody, a, a non-plan, if you'd like to know what a non-plan is hiding in your loft after leaving the license plate at the scene of the crime. That is playing silly games, and you're guaranteed to win a silly prize. Anyway, the road captain of the Bandidos chapter, get back here to the story. The road captain of the Bandidos chapter was later found hiding in the loft of his home with his mobile phone behind a water tank and items of his club clothes shredded. Certainly you didn't shred your club colors, bro. Huh. Ouch. Brading, the president of the Bandidos, told police it was a massive miscalculation on Perry's part. Awfully damn massive. Perry was found not guilty of murder and had previously admitted manslaughter. Brading and Perry, both from Plymouth, were also convicted of the alternate charge of manslaughter. All three men will be sentenced in January. You lost a club. You lost a chapter. You tarnished a reputation. And you manslaughtered. You manslaughtered a grandfather. And you shredded the very colors that you took somebody's life to represent. A lot of this comes from lack of leadership training. It's the president's job to keep his motorcycle club safe. The president has to have the presence of mind to prevent the pure stupidity. He's got to have that. He's got to be able to see a better vision and articulate it quickly. Hey, let's go get that guy. No, let's not. Why not, Prez? Why not? Because if we do, today we're free, tomorrow we're not. Now, let's go have another drink and go look at some more women on the stripper pole inside the club. You'll feel better in the morning. It reminds me of when the father of the mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation had an issue. There was a motorcycle club that had come down for a great party. And in the black biker set in the United States, we have these big trophy giveaways, especially on the West Coast, where there's 5 major ones that we give, if I can remember them correctly. There is the longest distance traveled. And sometimes that could be the longest distance traveled male and the longest distance traveled female. There is the biggest club to show up. These are the trophies that are given. And then there's sometimes the longest distance club. And since we have social clubs, there's the biggest social club. I think those are like the top 5, and longest distance, biggest club, biggest social club, and there's a couple others. But these 5 trophies are expected. And one thing is kind of funny, because when you start spreading your motorcycle club across the country, the West Coast does this way different than the East Coast. The West Coast, this is a big thing. Everybody's got to march across the stage. A lot of times they dance across the stage. It is huge. Whereas on the East Coast, down here in Georgia, you can just call the presidents up. Hey, all right, Pres, how many you got? 78? How many did you bring? 150? How many did you bring? 22? How many did you bring? 300? Okay, everybody. Okay. We're going to give you most travel. We're going to give, where'd you come from? And then you just go on stage and announce it. You don't particularly have to have the parade. But you won't get away with that on the West Coast. I almost got my whole hand broke off trying that. Let me call all the presidents to the stage. First time I became national was 2011. I've been over here for a while. I had forgotten that. Man, they almost, folks was looking at, what are you trying to do? We can't have our parade. We came all the way down here to support you. We can't march the parade. So we were to have this parade. And the road captain, we had a road captain at that time. The road captain decided that he would take off and he would leave and he wouldn't have, he took these trophies, those 5 trophies I told you about. He took the trophies with him. This guy screwed up and took the trophies with him. So one of the things that is expected is that you will have the damn trophies. And I think I can show you. Yeah. Let me show you how wild this gets. Let me see if I can this is the Black Sabbath MC page. This is from a long time ago, maybe even 2011. This is where you will see that these folks have danced across the stage so their numbers can be counted so you can know how many came. See this one here, man? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And depending on how many people they bring to your party, bro. And I want to show you. Oh, hold on. They're trying to take over. And then I wanted to, and it's not just men. It's not just men. It's women too. The social clubs are women. And oh my God, they come looking so sexy and they come to dance too. I think I have one of those as well. And anyway, uh try to see if I can find it for you guys because if you've never seen anything like it before, it's amazing. And you're expected to have these trophies and things because they come all out, they bring all their people. It's amazing. And the road captain, and this is back in the 1970s, the road captain took off and he did not have the trophies. And so when everybody danced across the stage and showed their support, there was no trophies. And that, my friends, was real. That was something in which to start a war. It was a serious faux pas. It was seriously screwed up. And so this biker club that had won that trophy wanted to fight. They went and unplugged the uh they went and unplugged the uh DJ booth. They unplugged the DJ booth and stood up in the middle of the club and called the club out. You guys are cowards. My producer is correcting me. He said it's called a faux pas, not faux pas. Thank you, sir. Faux pas, as in FAUXPAS. That must be some real French stuff. So, they call us out, and the Black Sabbath dudes are like, "Oh hell no." Did they just go? Oh yeah, here I found one right here. So this one will be the ladies. Check this one out. Hold on here. Um, so the ladies come, and I wish I could make this even bigger for you guys, but uh, here we go. Yeah, yeah. And they will dance across the stage to be counted. It's. I mean, it is a rite of passage. That was the president. Uh, I don't. I don't even know that this was like 2011. I don't even know where if any of these folks are even still like they would have to have been doing this for a long time to still even be around. Oh yeah, yeah, man, you love this here. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but all these people come walking across the stage and like up in Cleveland, Ohio and stuff, they call them cabarets, and you might have 500 people walk across the stage. Anyway, they expect their trophies, and these guys didn't have their trophies, and they're calling the Black Sabbath out, and they want to fight, and the Black Sabbath bros want to fight too. Everybody's getting ready to fight over these damn trophies, and the father steps in between everybody and says, "There'll be no fight. We're going to get your trophies in the morning when the road captain wakes his drunk ass up and brings them back. That's what we're going to do." So the Black Sabbath brothers, they get pissed off at the president. He's not represented us right. And his own brothers, "You're yellow. You're a coward." And the other side, "You're yellow. You're a coward." His own club brothers are calling the father a coward. And I was like, "Father, how did you feel about that?" The father said, "I didn't give a damn. Thinking about these wives and stuff over here that didn't didn't sign up for this. I'm thinking about our guests. Thinking about when these fools get pissed off and pull a gun out, and we got a whole shootout down here on Market Street. I don't give a damn what they call me. What they wasn't fixing to do is turn our party into a murder investigation. And I'm the president." Next morning, real captain brings the nice trophy. They say thank you. Everybody goes home. No murder. Nobody killed. Father, still one of the highest recognized figures in our motorcycle club. Every one of those people that called him a coward are no longer in our motorcycle club 50 years later. There's a whole new nation of people across the entire United States that call this man father that don't even know that story. Because he is not the father of the now defunct chapter. Because he didn't let that happen. I call him up on the phone right now, say, Father, what were you thinking that day they called you a coward? He'd say, I didn't give a damn what they thought. I was the leader. It was my job to keep my people out of prison, out of graves, and out of trouble. We were at home. We had enough dudes to beat up that club. Now they coming down from LA and we're running up to LA and shooting up each other's clubhouses and blowing each other's clubhouses up over what? A trophy at a party where everybody was supposed to be having fun. Stupid prizes. When you take one of our chapters and we give you one, no matter what motorcycle club you're in, we have an expectation of greatness. We expect that you're going to represent us the best. We don't want to see our colors in the news. Do the right things. It ain't all that hard. It really ain't that hard. Well, maybe it is. I mean, it would have been very easy for him not to be called a coward. Nobody liked him that night. They ain't even around. This motorcycle club does not know those people's names. I know that I've been around long enough, but I didn't actually see that. That probably happened 15 years before I got in the club. Just a lot of those people were around at the time I got in, so I knew those people. I got to hear that story. But that might have happened 15 years even before I joined the club. That's how insignificant these little things are. Oh, we saw a guy riding through our territory with the wrong colors on. Let's go get him. Let's get him. Let's. And do you understand in 4 months' time, 4 years' time, 12 years' time, 30 years' time, how insignificant that thing will be? That most people won't even know. Most people won't even remember why that was done. That was such a small thing. Unless you're sitting in a jail cell because of it. Or laying in a grave. Sitting in a jail cell because somebody rode their motorcycle on a bridge across your territory. Man, what do these motorcycle clubs come to, bro? I mean, Maybe it was always like that. These guys were going to fight over a damn trophy. And maybe even kill. When you're the voice of reason, you will always be attacked. That's the way it is, Press. We write about it in the book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. I tell you, it's a lonely, 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 lonely job. And if the president of this story is to be believed, he said, hey, man, I did not tell that guy to kill that guy. I did not tell that guy to kill that guy. That guy acted on his own. And the idea is this. You also haven't been doing any training, because if you train your people, they will know. And so that's a president that has a good idea of what he's biting off, so that your people are trained. Hey, bro, when we're out there, you do what I say. No moving off on your own. You got to train for that. I have a video where on my TikTok page, man, when I did this video, people talked so bad about me. They laughed at me. I called it a video where what we did, and they always try to steal my. I hate that. I called it a video where what did I call it? I called it something like uh, I was giving the guys. I was doing this when I first started doing this. I was doing role plays, right? And the role play I was doing, I was talking to my guys as though we were getting ready to go to a one percenter clubhouse. And man, they jumped all over me like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. But hundreds of thousands of people watched that video. And the reason they watched that video, I'm trying to find it, is because in this video, we told them what people got to see was an example of the training. We did training before we go places. Training. So that I don't have to go to prison for something you did, especially with Rico out there and stuff. I don't want to go to prison because you didn't know how to maintain yourself when we were over here or doing this, that, or the other. So it was just like, and where did I get this from? I got this from the Navy. I got it from the Navy. You see, in the Navy, right? We before we would go places, there would be a training session. Okay, so when you're in Italy, you never do this. You never hold your finger up and do this. I forget which finger. And somebody says, well, why don't you do that? Oh, because it means somebody's screwing your wife, and I know who it is. Yeah, don't do that. I just told you, don't do that. And so if you got your head split open for doing something stupid like that, right? It's not because we didn't train you. And there was other things they train you. I remember this we were going into La Maddalena, Italy. And they came on, they had this guy from La Maddalena come down, the local guy. And he would do this training. Okay, now listen, if you want whores and prostitutes, you come only to me. If you go to anybody but me, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get screwed over. Don't be the dumb sailor who is trying to get prostitutes and you don't come through me. Like, you can't believe that you're having this talk. Like, is this guy serious? He was serious as a heart attack. Because they knew everything that was going to be going on in that port, in that area, and they knew how to keep you safe. And they had this training. So I learned from that. So I'm always training my guys like, okay, listen, we're going to be going here and dealing with this. We're going to be dealing with that. This is what you may see. This is how you act. You follow the plan. See, this is leadership. Leadership requires training. You understand what I'm saying? Leadership requires training. I always engage my men in training sessions. And my first YouTube videos were, my first TikTok videos were really, they were like this. I would, it was just like almost like a one-man act. And here's another one. They had hundreds of thousands of views. And these, oh, did the sound go out? I know where the sound went out. Thank you. My producer said the sound went out. Anyway, you guys can go check that out. I won't belay the thing. You guys go over there and TikTok and check those videos out. Go down my first videos I ever made. You'll see a bunch of training videos. And the reason that you do that is so that you can train. You got to train these people. They're your kids. They're your responsibility, presidents. They are the ones that are your future. They're going to take you to the next level. And if you're not training them, you're not doing them a service. You see what I'm saying? Let's see if we have the sound back now. Oh, nope. Let's see.
By which people will love and want to follow. Not a legacy that makes people want to get the hell out of here, hate you, and stab you in the back as soon as they possibly can. Our men.
So that's just an example of a training session. When you're an officer, and the other thing is this, motorcycle clubs have to stop electing people because that's the person I like. You got to elect people because they're the best person for the job. We talk about this stuff all the time. No need to talk this to death. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Leaders train, leaders lead, they don't follow. Leaders keep control. Leaders have the direction. Leaders have respect so their men listen to them. It's like, and if you're going to have an outlaw motorcycle club, you're going to be the president of one of those. It's like being the owner of a very powerful dog. Like I have a Belgian Malinois. And that's not a dog you can be a weak leader of. You got to be a strong pack animal leader, dude, to have one of those dogs, especially one as big as mine, because he's got a mind all his own, and he's a real tough ass for real. Like Belgian Malinois are not I think I'm tough dogs. They're real tough ass dogs for real. And when you have that dog, you got to be able to say, I said stop, damn it, or I will knock your ass out. And you got to mean that. And that dog's got to know you mean it. Or it will cost you a lot of money in lawsuits, and you'll be looking real crazy when the court puts your dog down because you couldn't control it. So people that are not good control people, they don't need to be having pit bulls and Malinois and mastiffs and all of these things. Those are the kind of dogs you don't need. If I put my Malinois on you, he's going to tear your ass apart. But all I got to do is whisper, stop right now. I ain't even got to say it loud. And I've only had a Malinois for a year. Hey, listen, I've never even seen an animal like it. I've had dogs all my life. I've never even seen an animal like it. So if you're going to be in charge of a certain kind of club, it's like having a certain kind of dog. You got to be able to exert your authority, or you'll be sitting in jail with them. You'll be leading them off the path of disaster. So know your limits. Know what the hell you can do. Anyway, that's my hour. I'm out of here. Go over here real quick to the comments section before I get out of here. Come down here to the curse word needs to be creative. Somebody's not using creative curse words. At a local party, some cat stole a trophy. They chased him on foot forever. Never caught him. He must have been part of Jackrabbit. Oh, wow. Do they in the white bike clubs? Do they have those trophy parties? I don't know if they do or not, but they're very, very big in the black bike clubs. Maybe somebody can answer that for me. Some club dudes need that title patch for Dummies Guide. That we probably need to get that. Since I quit taking my meds, my weight has gone crazy, even though I'm out there still working my behind off. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, somebody says, preach it, Black Dragon. I'm trying to preach it, man. I'm trying, praying for everyone out there. No trophy. Let's riot. Yeah, that's what they're doing. In the malt shop years, all of us bikers and car nuts were greasers, which wasn't like the best thing to beat, right? The little in chat that we talk, I can tell he's a great brother. What are you guys talking about? Okay, so I think I got some got you round two. I wonder how the people who called him a coward felt after this stuff calmed down. I hope that it was an embarrassment and shame. You know, he never really he said like the next day it was over, and he was a little bit miffed that they called him that, but he was like, well, I don't care. And he was still the president for many years after that. So like they didn't vote him out of office the next time. But you know, you could the president being the father figure is always hated, right? But still respected because he returns results that keep people doing well. And the fact that everybody could come back to the party and clubhouse and everything was cool and there's no war going on. It is a compliment as to his leadership. You know what I'm saying? If you find value in this video, please hit the like button. Thank you, Vernon. If you find value in this video, please hit the like button. All the best from Australia. Thank you, Peter Kennedy. Appreciate you. Why are you looking at me, Black Dragon? No, I'm just probably talking to you, club brother. Let's see. Okay, that's good. We got some comments in and everything. I normally hit the like button after the show, says Derek. Well, hit it now, Derek. Hit it now. So I'm a little winded, but I'm doing good, man. In my third day of COVID, Saturday, Sunday. What is today? Monday or today's Wednesday. So I got it Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my 4th day of COVID. Still alive. Oh, man. I'm glad to be here with y'all. All right. It's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Check us out on all our platforms. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And follow me on all the places we are. Our podcast, The Dragon's Lair, Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. You can go hear us on the podcast and download us and take us in your car. I'm going to start doing a podcast at night, at least 15 minutes for people who like the podcast. I'll have a special podcast for you guys at night. I might do the first one tonight. So we'll have 2 podcasts for you guys a day. And there'll probably be a podcast from my phone. I won't have all the fancy mics and stuff, but you'll like the stuff we'll be talking about. My new channel, MC Protocol 101, is really cool. Go to bikerliberty.com. We got some really good news stories up there for you guys. Got brand new riders, so we're getting their news stories updated way quicker, man. Hope you guys like that. bikerliberty.com. Don't forget to go to Think Tactical. Think Tactical is one of our new shows as well. Think Tactical on YouTube. And go check out Think Tactical. And the podcast is Think Tactical as well. And the news magazine is thinktacticalnews.com. We're just trying to bring it all to you guys. MC Protocol 101, Think Tactical, thinktacticalnews.com. And of course, the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. So that's the stuff. Man, trying to get my breathing back together. Thanks for tuning in, y'all, and get skinny. Hey subscribers, whenever you are in Macon, Georgia, you have to get over to my Motorcycle Club Brothers Cigar Lounge. Haley's Cigar Lounge on Ingleside Avenue has a night or several nights just right for you. Monday night football kicks off the week. Wednesday is whiskey night. Thursday, ladies night. Saturdays are make your night. And wrapping up the weekend, it's Sunday football. Haley's is closed on Tuesdays. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere at Haley's. Hang out at the bar or outside on the patio. They can also host your small events. Haley's Cigar Lounge, 2308 Ingleside Avenue in Macon, Georgia. Be sure to tell them Black Dragon sent you.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospects Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years, and it's required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing into the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? It's such a wonderful day in the neighborhood, such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, won't you be mine? Ah. Oh, won't you be mine? Oh, won't you be? Oh, please, won't you be my neighbor? Oh, won't you please? Oh, please, won't you be my neighbor? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to be in a neighborhood with you. I've always wanted you for my neighbor. My neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Don't close the door. No, don't close the door. No, no, just don't close that door. No. Oh, just be my neighbor. Won't you please? Won't you please? Oh, won't you please be my neighbor? Hey, don't shut that door. Won't you please? Please don't be my neighbor. Be my neighbor. My neighbor. My neighbor. Please be my neighbor. My neighbor. My neighbor.